Danny, Andy, wins probably don't get much better than that. Danny, I'll start with you. How would you sum that up?
Yeah, obviously really pleasing in terms of a result. I think we were due one late on. We've come off the back of a few of them on the other end in terms of losing the game in the last minute. So very pleasing to get a last minute winner. Thoroughly deserved as well, I've got to say. The boys stuck to the game plan well, reacted really well after going a goal down, and kept moving the ball. And I think we played 20-30 minutes of the second half all in their half, and eventually they got the goals that they needed. So really pleasing there. The dressing room's buzzing, and hopefully we can back it up with a win next week.
Andy, I want to mention Victor today, getting his first goal for the club, bringing him in the last few weeks. How would you sort of sum him up as a player, sort of thing? He's brought into the squad, probably didn't know any of the lads, but he's settling in well, isn't he?
Yeah, Victor's a good player. Obviously, he's had a good career himself, and he's come in here. He's settled in really quickly. He's getting on with the lads, and he puts 100% in every training session and sort of every game. Obviously, his experience as well. Working with him sort of earlier this year, he was really good and dominant. And I thought today, out of possession, he was good. Won his aerial duels, 1v1 defending was good, and I thought sort of like he did a good performance. It was good as well because we didn't think it was a penalty. Victor's blocked the shot and it's hit his hand, and to have that sort of like, even though he's had that disappointment, to show that character to go then and score in the other end, I'm delighted for him. In fact, I think that's the first time I've seen him score, so I'm actually delighted for him. But yeah, he's settled in well, and the lads have welcomed him, to be fair as well, so I'm delighted for him and delighted for the team.
Danny, Jack Waldron made his debut today, his official debut, should I say, at right back, bombing up and down that wing, trying to tackle that Kalea, who we know is a tricky player. How would you sum up his performance today? Yeah,
listen, obviously Jack's come in recently to the group from Sheffield United on loan, and I think we've done a great bit of business, to be fair. He's a very good player. You've seen his excellent delivery, he gets up and down well. For his size, he heads it very well, which is important at this level, and that's the reason he's probably come out on loan, to develop his physical side of the game. He's obviously very talented in terms of his technical ability, and I think Sheffield United have looked at us in terms of a club and how we play, and want to get him out and get him a bit of experience. So he's done excellent today. Hopefully that will continue, and I think he's got a bright future ahead of him, to be fair.
What did you say to them at half time? Obviously, first half probably didn't go as how we wanted it to, but lads came out in the second half. Unfortunate to go 1-0 down with a penalty, like you say. But what did you say to them to rally them up after going 1-0 down to sort of come back and fight for points?
We made a slight tactical change to the game in terms of our shape. It was nothing major, just to allow us to get on the ball more. We said to them as well that we've controlled most of the ball, but we haven't moved it quick enough. So we had to speed up the play, probe and get the quick play so we could go forward a little bit quicker. And I think you have subs as well, and I think I've got to take my hat off to the old team as a collective, because the last 4 weeks they've been working hard, and we said to them that after the game, we said that you've won that game sort of in the last 4 weeks, your work ethic. But the subs as well coming on, they gave us sort of a bit of energy collectively, and that's really important, because I've got to mention that at Lancaster, Jack Thomas and Skip came on then, and they did the same, and the subs obviously would have been disappointed today not to be on, but they've showed a great attitude and mentality to come on and affect the game. So it was a little bit of a tactical change and just about the ball speed and some tweaks, and sort of the subs added to that, sort of affected the game really well. So it was more of that really. But the lads deserve the credit because they've been working hard. And we said as well when we watched Matlock that in the second half against Lancaster that we felt that they tired. So we felt that if we was in the game at 60-minute mark that we'd have the energy, because we felt that we was fitter to sort of outrun them and outfight them in that moments, and then show the quality to score goals.
Danny, like you mentioned earlier on in the interview, probably the first time that we've come from behind to win a game. Obviously we've been on the end of quite a few stoppage time defeats. They don't get much better than that, but how would you sort of control that momentum and move it on to FC United a week on Saturday?
Yeah, I think the momentum's been, the last couple of games, the last couple of performances have been excellent. Obviously we had a friendly against Notts County. We played well away at Lancaster. Training's been excellent as well. I think I have to say that the quality and the drive and desire that they show, week in, week out when they're training. And I think it's coming to the fore a little bit in terms of our performances. So we just need to continue to work hard. If we can back it up with a win next week, that'll be absolutely fantastic, obviously. But listen, we know what we need to do. We've got a bit of a game plan in terms of how we want to play. Everyone's understanding that. Everyone's sticking to the their roles and responsibilities well. We've just got to continue it and try and get as many points as we can before the end of the season.
Brilliant.
I just say as well, so we send up best wishes to Stan, who's in hospital unfortunately at the moment. So our thoughts go out to Stan and his family at this time, and we just hope him a speedy recovery, because he's a key member of our football club, a big character, and just he's been brilliant in the time that I've known him for Baseford United Football Club, and also for me and Holmesy in terms of the support mechanism. So we hope to see him back down here, so we can share a beer with him and he can be celebrating. So that one's for Stan today.
Brilliant. Thank you.